a month. So yeah, I take this with a grain of salt. I'm still a new streamer. I would consider myself a new streamer, so completely up to you guys. I, however, am not a new YouTuber, so I think I can kind of talk about certain things. My biggest advice to anyone starting basically anything YouTube-wise, whether it's video creation, whether it's streams, whether it's anything like that, be consistent. Number one out of anything you do. I don't care how good your quality is. I don't care if we can barely hear you on the mic. Be consistent. Because a big thing that people realize is they get too caught up in their quality, or they get too caught up on wondering, you know, oh, is this a good idea? Is this a good thing? Will people like my content? It doesn't matter if people will like your content if you don't have any for them to watch. Like, if I go to a channel and I see one super good video and I'm like, wow, this was great, this was really entertaining, let me watch more, and then there's like 3 videos in the entire channel, I'm probably not going to subscribe, and I'm probably not going to come back, because it's like, oh, that's great, but they've only posted like 3 videos, so I have nothing to watch. So the biggest part is just being consistent and getting content out there. The biggest thing is kind of just making sure you have a baseline, I guess, is a good way to put it. You know what I mean, chat? You know what I mean? Where it's like, you need content out there for people to judge whether they actually like it or not, and then from there you can make it better, because no matter what you put out there, you can always improve. There's no such thing as a perfect YouTube video. There's nothing at all. There's never a perfect YouTube video. You ask any creator about any of their videos and be like, hey, like, do you think this is the best it could have possibly done? They're gonna say no. They're always gonna be like, yo, I could have done this differently, I could have improved this, I could have done this thing here, kind of thing. There's always revisions to do. So you have to kind of stop getting caught up in that idea of making it perfect and just being like, you know what, this is how I want it, I'm just gonna post it, and then maybe we'll improve in the next, well, not even maybe, you will improve on the next one. I feel like everyone just naturally improves as they make videos. And so it's just kind of getting into that rhythm of getting content out there. That's why I've been trying to be like as consistent with streaming as possible, because yeah, I've struggled with consistency in the past. I mean, look at 2020. I think I uploaded like maybe 20 videos for the entire year, whereas in 2019 I uploaded like well over 100. So there have been times where I've struggled with consistency. So that's why 2021 was you know, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna stream, because I have issues with editing, and so streaming doesn't require editing, and it allows me to be as consistent as possible. And yeah, Raxtus is correct. Just be yourself, honestly. Like, so people say it's like cliche or it's overstated, stuff like that, but be yourself. You can do whatever you want on YouTube, but at the end of the day, whatever you choose to do is kind of what you're stuck with, right? So like, some people like to play a character, some people like to do all this other stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just know that if you play a character on YouTube, you're probably going to end up being stuck trying to do that all the time. So my best advice is to actually just be yourself. That way, you know, you don't have to like put on a face, especially when streaming. Streaming is very hard to not be yourself, unless it's like roleplay. I think roleplay is like the only exception. Besides that, just be yourself. This is Theodore, isn't it? Theodore just walked into water.